Well, when life threw our next guest some speed humps, she just crashed over them and flattened them all the while riding her bike with type 1 diabetes. It's a welcome to Monique Hanley. Hello there.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Now, should I ask the doctor or you about type 1 or type 2 diabetes? Let's go with you, Monique.
Okay, I explain type 1 diabetes as just being completely unable to produce insulin, and as you guys sit here, you all produce a little bit of insulin, so everyone needs insulin to survive. And a type 1 means, for some unfortunate reason, we've stopped producing insulin. So we need to use synthetic insulin to stay alive.
Which is probably easier if you're just lying sedentary on a couch, but you exercise and have done incredible cycling adventures, like starting with riding right across Canada.
Yes. Oh God, that was a little while ago now. But one of my first big achievements in my life was to ride across Canada.
Not a small place, I'll just jump in and say.
No.
And not a very warm place.
Not warm.
No.
Bears.
Yeah, lots of great scenery. So I went to see my doc beforehand and I said, I've got type 1 diabetes, I want to do this ride. It's only 7,800 kilometres. What do you suggest? And the docs kind of paled a little and didn't give me much advice, so I had to kind of figure it out on my own, and luckily I survived.
What a toss-up, you
Well
know.
done.
A moose charging at you or injecting insulin, which will I do first? Yeah,
That's
great.
a fight or flight response. It's amazing. And then you
And
run.
you topped it off with a race about 6 or so years ago, which was the race across America, a relay. Tell us about that, an amazing feat.
Yeah, well, I got into racing after I did the cross Canada trip, and got a lot of confidence and worked out how to really fine-tune the insulin and diabetes management. And I was noticed in the diabetes world and was invited to come across to the US and participate in this crazy event called the Race Across America, and my team, all my teammates had type 1 diabetes, so it's an insane event on its own, and to also deal with the challenges of managing type 1, which requires constant monitoring and adjustments.
So how many? It's something nearly 5,000 kilometres. The race.
Yep.
And
So
you're
what,
in a,
that took you a month? Or?
It took 5.5 days.
Wowza. So
so 1,000 k a day ish.
Yeah.
And a team
How's
of
that
8.
work?
So we have a team of 8.
You're not that fast.
Thanks so
But
much.
insulin's amazing.
That is. So we split into 2 groups of 4, and so you have the team that's on shift is basically racing flat out. We do 10-minute speed intervals, if you like,
Really?
and then we have to do a relay exchange for the next rider. And so those 4 riders race continuously for between 5 and 9 hours.
Wow.
And then we swap over shifts, and the other 4 start going insane, and we try and get a shower in the middle of nowhere, have a lot of food, and then try and get some sleep and drive up the road to meet the team that's already going.
Wow, yet all the while monitoring your insulin levels as well. How do you do that while you're doing these intensive bursts for 10 minutes or so?
Well, it's during the actual riding you can't monitor. You just have to acquire a lot of knowledge about how your body responds to exercise, and use that. And then as soon as you're off the bike, you're straight into what's my blood sugar doing? What do I need to do to get into a small amount of recovery so I'm ready for my next shift?
There is a professional team from the States that races in Europe in the men's too.
Yes.
Called Team Type 1.
Yes, and that was the team that I participated with.
Yeah,
so.
they do all the big races, but I think now they're just taking full diabetics, where in the beginning it wasn't like that, but now there's so many of you.
Yes, it's that the Race Across America event really exposed the potential of what people with type 1 diabetes can do, and it did open up the doors. So we're now seeing a huge growth in young people not being so afraid of the challenges of exercise, and are working out that they can compete against everyone else.
I was going to say, has it been a hindrance to you, or has it made you more in tune with your body and then knowing what you could actually push yourself into?
It's definitely it goes both ways. It is more challenging, but you're much more attuned as to what your body. It's similar to a bonking when your blood sugar goes low. So we're much more attuned to the risks of exercise and bonking, because for us that could be really disastrous.
So you don't bonk?
Well, we can't
You don't
because because it if a diabetic bonks, they're off the bike.
Stop saying bonk, everybody.
Yeah, okay, you know
not
what I
good
mean.
enough.
Hunger flat, hunger
You've been
flat.
a pretty extraordinary in giving some advice and a bit of advocacy to some younger girls that are recently diagnosed with diabetes. A patient of mine, in fact, was saw you. Her and her parents were thrilled to be able to meet you and talk to you and realise that this girl could keep riding a bike. She was only 10. And to have a new diagnosis of diabetes, that was really terrific. Do you get a lot out of that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very confronting for a parent if their child develops type 1 diabetes, and often it's not family related and completely out of the blue, very scary. So it's great to meet especially young women, and we're seeing more and more starting to get into cycling, which is fantastic. So it's easy for me we go out for a ride, and also comfort the parents that, you know, life isn't over.
Good on you, Monique. Fantastic. Well,
Very
we wish you
good.
well with all your coming challenges. We've got some nice sugar-free goodies for you.
Now, can you just eat a packet of snake straight up or not?
Absolutely.
Oh,
good.
okay.
Well,
that's
you'll
good.
enjoy this.
Can you have wine?
I hope
And
you've
some
got them.
beautiful
Oh,
wine
awesome.
as well.
Terrific.
Lovely
That's
to meet you and enjoy your upcoming races and challenges.
Thank you.
Well
Thanks very
done.
much.